Well, Coach, I don't envy me asking you questions after that game yesterday. I try to be light about it, but obviously this is the job you've chosen. A day later, we'll discuss a bunch of different things here, but let's start with the 9 sacks. You guys are right now 6 clear of everybody else in the league as far as sacks given up. As a young quarterback in the league, do you worry about Sam's psyche when it comes to, look, I drop back and it's a jailbreak?
Sometimes you do, but I think, a lot of what happens, we can control a little bit more of it, and we need to. We need to be better at certain aspects of protections. We need to be better at making decisions as far as the protection is concerned, and we need to be better at getting rid of the ball.
Right. Last week I talked about your poker face, but you're in the press conference, and you're frustrated, right? And you work all week long to get to game day, and that happens. How do you wrap your brain around? And Buffalo's a very good squad.
Yeah.
We all know this.
Well, that's the first thing is who we played.
Right.
We played a team that in I think it's 3 of the last 4 years has been in the AFC Championship game, or 2 out of the last 4, something like that. So they're a very good football team. They're an experienced football team, and we have a young quarterback. Now, can we help him? Yeah, we've got to help him a little bit more. We've got to do some of the things that we think can help him to continue to grow and get better, at the same time help our football team win games.
And how do you help him at this point?
Well, there's some things that we're going to look at, some aspects of protections, of some of the routes and some of the runs that we can use.
Right. The O-line, is it a true concern for you at this point?
I think there are some things that we can correct. And that's the biggest thing we're concerned with, is just making sure that everything that we've seen is correctable.
With Sam, you guys were in that game for a while, right?
Yep.
You come out in that second half, you drive right down the field, and he throws the pick. The pick is a result of what?
Well, I think the pick was a result of a couple things. One is him wanting to go downfield. 2 is him getting hit just as he throws the ball. And 3 is he could have gone underneath. We had a route that he could have gotten to.
Right. So when you take just like wins, it's what, 24-hour, right? You got to erase it. But how do you? This is for you in your tenure here, I think it's the second highest point differential for you.
Okay.
How do you erase that? How do you erase that?
It's football.
Yeah.
I've been through it. I've been in the league 36 years, and so I've seen a lot.
Right.
I've had a worse differential than that. Trust me.
Right.
And if you're in it long enough, you're going to go through these things. But there's a certain point where you're going to come out on the other end. So we'll just continue to work. We'll continue to do the things that we're capable of, but we'll get better at the things we're not good at right now. And I just think that's where we're headed. We have a young football team with guys that are learning and growing. They're learning on the job. This young quarterback's learning on the job. Now, we've got to do some things to help him, but that's up to us.
With a young quarterback who's learning on the job, was there thought of pulling him, letting him, because he was getting hammered and obviously...
Well, some of it is, and again, this is collaborative conversation.
Sure.
We've got to give him the opportunity to grow. Keeping him on the field and having him play is probably the best opportunity for him to grow. But yeah, you're right. At times, hey, maybe there is a chance, but that's hindsight for us.
Sure,
now.
sure.
What our thought and consideration was, let's keep working with him. We want him out there. We want him growing because we know he's going to be better.
You just said it's a collaborative thing. There's plenty of, blame's not the word, but there was plenty of mistakes being made across the board, not just by your quarterback.
Well, yeah, that's true. But at the end of the day, everything that we do, every decisions that are made, there is a conversation going on. Ultimately, it comes back to me. But at the end of the day, I do think that Sam has the chance. There's some pretty good quarterbacks that they started their career at 1-15,
yeah.
and I think it was 3-13. And they turned out to be pretty good guys. I'm not saying that our guy's going to be there yet, but I am saying he's going to learn and grow.
Do we get lost in it's his 4th game.
Yes.
Today's day and age of social media and everybody's a football expert, have we lost the fact that that was his 4th start?
Yes, and I think what we have to do is we have to manage our expectations, knowing that we're going to have moments like that. We're going to have highs, we're going to have lows. We want more highs than low, obviously. We're going to continue to work. We're going to continue to try and get better. I'm frustrated as anybody else. I thought some of the things that we did were really good and gave us a chance. We marched down a couple times. We were in scoring position 4 times and only came away with 3 points.
Right.
Defensively, that game was 16-0 with 11 minutes left to go before they scored a touchdown.
Right.
That really kind of put us in a tough spot. But you know, let's also understand that it's game 3.
Right.
Now we'll see what's going to happen with game 4 and 5 as we go on. I mean, there's a lot of season left to play.
One of the positives he continues is B-Rob, Brian Robinson.
Yes.
You know, he didn't get enough carries from anybody else's standpoint, 10 for 70, I think. What has he shown you? Again,
Well,
a great story about him from last year to this year.
Right, but the thing about what we're seeing with Brian is how he is fitting into the offense.
Okay.
And now as we continue to go and seeing things like this, yeah, these are things that we're looking at and we're trying to figure out, you know, the best way to utilize them as we start, you know, getting ready to game plan for this coming week.
This coming week, Philadelphia.
Yep.
NFC East game. Yep. I can see the smirk on your face. I mean, this is when, you know.
Well, I mean, first of all, they're you know, they're right now in first place in our division.
Sure.
Secondly, they were in a Super Bowl last year. Third, it's a very difficult place to go. There's a passionate group of fans that are up there.
That's well put.
But, I mean, they are. But, you know, that's the challenge. You're going into a very hostile environment, great fan base, good football team. That's a heck of a combination.
Have you ever seen the jail at the stadium?
Yeah, yeah. At the
Really?
old, yes. I started my coaching career on Andy Reid's original staff.
Right.
And when you walk through the halls of the old vet, which no longer stands, all of a sudden you see it. There's the little courtroom and there's the little jail.
What do you think when you saw that the first time?
These people are passionate. No, it's true.
I know they're passionate.
I mean, you know, they're
Some
gonna
call them crazy.
Well, they're gonna, yeah. I mean, they're gonna cheer for them and they're
Sure.
gonna boo for them, but they're their team.